we'll talk about Vito. Big Vito was a guy who, I get on with him, same thing, he put lads over, but he could be tough. He could take advantage. Like, he was a guy who was a tough guy, but I know he did take advantage of some guys while he was here. Again, I had no issues with him. I used him on 2 or 3 tours, I think. But you had an experience with him, didn't you? In Wexford, I think it was.
Yeah, I think my match with Vito, it was a difficult one because, again, I don't know what it is. It's with guys in airports. He got in late, I think.
That was the first show, the first tour he did in Drogheda, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that, yeah.
Like, the first time I'd seen Vito was when his entrance music hit and he was coming down to the ring. And and at that stage I was like, oh my word, what are we going to do? And of course, what do you do in this situation? You listen to the veteran. But we got through the match. There was a couple of little bloopers in it, and obviously, you know, these things happen sometimes. Communication, whenever you're communicating some things to some people, they can pick it up wrong or whatever, and then you get the obligatory fines of Red Bull, which was what happened. But the thing was, I think that came, I think, I don't know, but like Vito was a very old school guy, so maybe back in the day when he was being brought up, his more seniors were heavier on him, and
which I would well believe. He came up to, like I said, Johnny Rods, and he did his tours of Puerto Rico, which
would have been hard.
Yeah, would have been tough.
Yeah.
That match in Drogheda, there was a match in Drogheda, and you're on last with Vito. I think he missed his plane from England coming over, and Doug was on the match before that. He had to go longer. But I was reffing, and then I got word that Vito had changed the finish, that he wasn't losing.
Oh, yeah.
In the match.
Vaguely remember this.
Yeah, and I was, no, can't have that. And he got into the ring, and I moved him into the corner to check his boots, and he very politely said to him, shook his hand, and I said, I'm glad you're here, you know, more or less we can make some money together, but I need you basically to do what you want. And he looked at me very serious, and I say he was thinking in his head, will or he won't, but he did do that, in fairness. And he put over whatever he asked him to put over, like, you know. And I do think it was him trying to put his experience onto lads.
Yeah.
And lads, there was no need to be that harsh on lads here.
Yeah.
I believe there was no need for that harsh. So,
because guys were just green and they were trying to learn. They're not being disrespectful, they're just trying to learn.
And for Irish whip, wrestling's very toxic, and I always wanted to have that nice positive environment.
Yeah.
Which isn't always possible. And you learn that as you go along. But yeah, you don't want... Someone like that is going to leave after a tour, but you still have that vibe left.
Yeah.
So it's important that you don't keep that.
And I think whenever you have a crew of people, morale is really important. When you have
especially
a good
when you're
morale.
walking down for hours in the car each way. Yeah. And the same people, international or not, are going to be at the next show. That you really have to keep a tight ship. You have to do that. You really have to keep control of your own ship. Any business, really.
The way I kind of look at it is like, if you're self-employed and someone employs you to do the job, you can't just go in and go, I'm going to paint your walls green because I prefer green rather than red. You paint them what they want.
You've got your own taekwondo school and business.
Yeah.
You're not going to let somebody dictate to you what they want to do in their days.
Nope.
Because you know it's you paying your own bills, your own family to look after.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way it works.
And again, it takes maturity. And unfortunately, wrestling doesn't always attract those people. And sometimes they learn it years later. But it's just a shame. People do grow in age, but people are painted with the same brush for the rest of their life in wrestling.